not need a notebook today. We will not write anything in a notebook or a piece of paper. You will only need your book and a pencil. After we finish explaining our lesson, I will explain your homework, so you also need to have your homework sheet in front of you. So, have your book, have your homework, have a pencil, and let's begin. Open our books on page 8. And this week we will do a personality quiz. That means that you will answer some questions and then we will know everything about you. Well, not quite, but almost. So let's open our books on page 8. I will bring the book closer to the camera so we can start do the reading together. Our profiles talk about you. What do people like about you? What do you like about yourself? What could you improve about the way you behave? What does improve mean? Improve means to make something better. When you change something and you make it better, you improve it. Number 2, personality quiz. Match the quiz questions A to D with the correct quiz number 1 to 4. So this is what it says. Unfortunately, there is a mistake in the book, like this is ABC and the answers are also ABC. In my example on the whiteboard, I have the questions be 1, 2, 3, 4 and the answers be ABC. You can do it any way you want. So let's begin with question 1. You have to read a poem from memory in front of the school. What do? You have to read a poem from memory. That means you will not be reading it out of a piece of paper in front of everybody of the school. What do? A. Start to revise 3 days before. Revise means the review. B. Start to revise a day before. C. Revise during break time before the exam. That was the answers for A, for number 1. Question 2. Okay, so the answer is number 1. Answer to question number B. Number B says, what do you do if you have an English exam in 3 days time? And for this question B, are the answers here. Start to revise 3 days before, start to revise a day before, revise during break time before the exam. So for question A, you have to read a poem from memory in front of the school. What do? These are the 3 questions. These are the 3 answers that you will choose from. A, you learn it so you can say it from memory and practice it in front of the mirror. Let me hold the book better. B, you don't sleep the night before because you think you'll forget the words. C, you go red in the face and feel sick when you get up on the stage. A, B, or C, which one is what you would do? Let's go to the next question, question C. How do you behave when you get up in the morning? How do you behave when you get up in the morning? Choose from these ones. You sing your favorite song in the shower as you get dressed. B. You only answer necessary questions from parents, brothers, and sisters. C. You don't speak to anyone because you'd prefer to be asleep in your bed. Lastly, question D. Your friend is unhappy because he or she got low marks in a test. How do you help him or her? You tell your friend not to worry. You're sure her marks will improve next term if he studies more. B. You tell her that he should have studied harder. C. You tell him or her they deserve bad marks because she doesn't hand in his or her homework on time. Okay, Let's go back to the whiteboard and see how we can answer that. Everybody will have different answers. For the first question, if I have to the poem remember in front of school, what do you do? I think for number one, my answer is B. I will not sleep the night before because I think I will forget the words. For the next question, what do you do if you have an English exam in 3 days' time? I would choose A. Start and revise 3 days before. This is what I would do. For question C, how do you behave when you get up in the morning? I will answer C. Because when I wake up in the morning, I don't speak to anyone because I prefer that I was asleep. For question number 4, your friend is unhappy because he or she got low marks in the test. How do you help them? I choose A. I would tell them not to worry. I would tell them that, hey, study harder and you will get better this next time. So I have 1 B, 1 C, and 2 A's. That means that my A's are more than my B's and my C's. So my result is A. A is you're a cheerful, organized, and hardworking person. Oh, me? Thank you. Oh, thank you for saying that. So, what if you get mostly B's? If you get mostly B's, sometimes you are hardworking, but you can study harder and try not to get so nervous before exams. Oops. And if you have more C's, you are a bit lazy and bad-tempered. You need to study more and be more generous towards your friends. So, why don't you try and do the test yourself and see what results you have? Do you have more A's, more B's, or more C's? So, we will not continue more with our book today. There is one small thing that I want you to check on the next page before we go to the homework. On the next page, we have this little blue box here. Use of English. And it says question words with WH. We have what, who, where, when, which, whose, and why. We use these words to form a question. And when we want to form a question, we use these words in the beginning of a sentence. I'm telling you to take a look at that because this is what your homework is going to be about. So if you don't have your homework in front of you, go and get it. Get your homework sheet. Today, I will help you with number 1 and number 2. I will not do any more, but I will help you with those. So what does our homework ask us to do? They ask us to use those words over there to create a question and then use our imagination to answer this question. So for example, we have keys where we have to make a question with that. And that question begins with the WH word. We begin with where. So the question is, where are my keys? And the answer, well, use your imagination. One possible answer is, they are on the table. Another possible answer can be, a dragon ate them. So, let's see what we can do with the next set of words. Color, your, eyes, what? When we want to shape and form a question, begin with what? Begin with the WH. So, what color are your eyes? That's how to state the question. What color are your eyes? And you can answer, my eyes are purple. Or you can say, my eyes are brown. Let's do number 2. I will help you with number 2 and then nothing more. The rest is up to you. says, Uncle Joe, train arrives when? The one thing I'm sure, I will begin with when. This is how we begin these questions. When? What should we do next? What are we waiting for? We are waiting for Uncle Joe to arrive on a train. So we want to know when the train will be here that is carrying Uncle Joe. So when will, small letter U, when will Uncle Joe, should we put an S there? Should we put an apostrophe still? Uncle Joe's train arrive. When will Uncle Joe's train arrive? And the answer, well, use your imagination about the answer. It will be here at 5 p.m. Instead of 8, you can say the train will be here at 5 p.m. But you can say Uncle Joe will be here at 5 p.m. Uncle Joe will arrive at 5 p.m. Oh, didn't you know? Uncle Joe changed his mind, he's not coming anymore. Yeah, he took a plane to Tokyo. He's not coming to Phnom Penh. I don't know what happened. So up to you, you can give any answer you want. I want you to state the question correctly, and then when it comes to answering it, you can say anything that comes in your head, as long as it is proper English, structured correctly with correct grammar. That was your homework for today. This is all I need to explain. I hope you have enough time. And if you have any